Hi YouTube, it's Karen. Um, I had more skin cancer removed yesterday. Yeah, it's really hurts. I was in there for 8 o'clock, well, 10 minutes after 8. They took me back till quarter after 5 last night, getting this removed. They took the one. I had a brown patch from corner of my eye about halfway down my nose. Thought it was freckles for years. And then it started scabbing, scabbings falling off. So when I went for my 6 month cancer scan, it was scabbed. It was all scabbed up that day. And so she said she wanted to check it. She did a biopsy. They called back a couple days later and said, yeah, it was basal cell again, so they want to take it off. My appointment was at 8:10. I was in there like within just a few seconds after I got there, maybe 2 minutes. They took me in and they took a big chunk out. Well, it's easy to show you on this side. Right about there. Just right in the middle of it. They took a big old chunk. And they sent me out lobby to wait while they checked it. About an hour and a half later, they called me to the back again and they said, good news is it's just basal cell, which is not, it ain't gonna kill me. And then bad news is we gotta take another section because we didn't get it. So they went back in, they numbed it all up again, they cut out another chunk down below it. And they sent me out there again for another hour, 15, 20 minutes. They called me back again and they said, bad news, we gotta cut you again. So they went over this way. Now this is the third time cutting. They cut a big chunk out over here. And then same thing, out in the lobby, come back in. Oh, we gotta cut some more. So they went right up into my eyelid. Cut some out of my eyelid up, down this way. Like a line. Then back, same process. Right. Call me back again. We gotta take one more chunk. So they went up into my eye duct. Your tear duct, all the way up to the top of my eye, to the tear duct is all the way up to quarter of my eye, across my nose. They took all of that out, big old chunk. Then they called me back again and they said, we got it. And they were taking pictures, and showing me what they had done. They said, you want to see? Well, I ended up with a circle about this big from the eyelid all the way down here. All the way up to across my eyelid and down my nose. It was 3.4 this way and 2.3 this way. And I had a hole like this. He had to go all the way into the bone over here and all the way to the bone up in here, to my eye socket bone, to get it to the roots. He said it had hundreds and hundreds of roots. But this time he said last time time number 5, he said they got it. Every time that they went in, they had to put like 6 numbing needles in there and cut it out with the razor blade. So about third time, my face hurt so bad, it was making me sick to my stomach. And they went and did it 2 more times. Then I went out in the lobby and waited for the plastic surgeon. I only waited about 10 minutes. They got me for him. And they said, you were supposed to be our first patient. Where you been? I said, get my face cut open. So I don't know if he didn't know what he was doing or what, because he was quite young. But they explained to me about how he had to go in because of the roots were growing, different places. So it wasn't a normal, just go in there and take it out. They had to go from here, just take this chunk out. They had to follow my face around and get to root and up this way. went across the top of my nose. Uh, he showed me pictures again. He goes, "You want to see?" Because I didn't see him after the last one. I didn't want to look. So I said, "Yeah, show me." And he showed me the pictures, and I was like, "Ugh, how are you gonna close that up? Because I mean, there's this huge hole. There's no skin. How are you gonna close that up?" He said, "We're going to skin graft." So they come over here and they took it from here because this is softer, more softer tissue, and they used this piece to replace my eyelid. And you want to talk about pain, because they couldn't put the numbing needles in my eyelid or underneath my eye because it was all raw. There was nowhere to stick the needles, so we just had to suture that skin on. You talk about, whoa! I'm telling you what, I thought I was going to throw up. I thought I was going to pass out. He had to do 8 stitches across there to get it hooked in there. And then he had to take a chunk up here, right there, and then over here. See that little square? Right there. Took those 2 chunks and plastered them on that hole on both sides so he could sew it together. So I had 2 skin grafts and then all the removal. It was a long day, and I didn't feel good the time I got out of there. My face hurt so bad. He said, "Just go home, take some Tylenol. I'll prescribe you a pain pill and an antibiotic." But my pharmacy was closed by the time I got out of there, so I had to wait till this morning. So he said, "Take Tylenol for the night." And I had to sleep sitting up because I can't put any pressure on this side. I'll tear the skin grafts. So I slept in the recliner, so I didn't sleep very much. That was not, I couldn't tilt my head, like I sleep on this side. So that was bad. No, I sleep on this side. But even sleeping on this side was going to pull this. So I had to sit in the recliner and put a pillow behind my head, a pillow behind my neck, so that I didn't turn my head to the side when I was sleeping. And poor Jacob had to keep coming out, making sure I weren't curled up in a chair on my side. Wake me up. Get back on your back. I don't know. I took my sleeping pill, and that's guaranteed for 4.5 to 5 hours of sleep. So that's about what I got. I had to keep getting up, and getting Tylenol because it hurts so bad. I can't put no ice on it. I can't put nothing on it for relief. Just take Tylenol. I got a prescription for antibiotic for 10 days, twice a day. And then I got some suture cream like I had last time to heal it. But I'm supposed to leave this bandage on until I have to go to his office next Tuesday, which is in Lakeland, and because he won't be back down here into Zephyr Hills until he comes once every 2 months. So he wants to take this bandage off, clean it up real good, look at it, and put another bandage on. So he said, that's the closest to me. He goes around different places, different dermatologists, and does his plastic surgery. But the rest of them are like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me, so I chose that one, which is about 45 minutes. So he said, come there, take care of it. But he said the way they had to bandage this to keep it out of my eye, it's still it's in my eye. But I can see. And then they put an eye patch over this one because my eye's swollen. And he said probably won't stay on until next Tuesday. So this one here is already starting to, it's stuck in my hair. It's already starting to pull back. If the bandage comes off, Don't rebandage it. Just immediately start putting the cream on it. Don't rebandage it. Don't touch it. Just put that cream on a Q-tip, and wherever there's sutures, I have to put it. Same thing I did over here. Put it on there, Q-tip. And he said not to be scared, because when this comes off, it's all black and blue, and my eyes are going to be all swollen, and may not even still be able to open it by next Tuesday. And it's going to look like I got punched in the face, like in a barroom fight, he said. And it's going to look like hamburger meat, so don't freak out. I seen the picture after he skin grafted it, and it is all raw, but it looked like he had just put like clear band-aids on my skin. Put clear band, but my eyelid, because my eye immediately swelled shut, and my eyelid was what was grossing me out. But it is all black and blue underneath here, a little bit right here. But this is all black and blue, and my eye is swollen right. I can't open it. It's swollen right shut. So when it comes off, I'll show it to you. It's pretty gross. I wasn't expecting all that. When I went and had this big mole removed, it was just an hour. Well, no, it was longer than that. It was like an hour taking it out, and I had to go out and wait an hour and a half, then back to the surgeon, and he stitched it up. So it's like an hour, hour and a half, otherwise at wait time. That was done, so I wasn't expecting to stay there from 8 to 5. Well, it was a long day. What else? Oh, so I probably ain't gonna have too many crafts or things, because I only got one eye to see out of. It's kind of difficult, and I'm not supposed to lift anything or bend over. I have to keep my head up straight, so it's gonna be hard. How I got my nose. This one squished. I just noticed that this one squished all the way up, and this one squished all the way down my nostrils. I can't breathe, and I breathe through my nose, so it's like I'm doing a lot of mouth breathing. So that was a lot of snoring. So my throats were really, really dry. But it'd be worth it. It's done and over with. Just when I go next Tuesday, it's just, if this is still on, he's going to take it off, put clean one on. But if it's off, he's just going to look it over, see if it needs any more skin grafting or anything. Knock on wood, it don't. He's pretty good, so I have confidence in him. Because, I mean, this huge thing up here never even left the scar. And it was a gnarly looking scar. And you can't even see where it was. So I was happy to get the same surgeon. But I mean, I might pop in, just chit chat, but I can't think of anything right offhand that I could do without bending. I mean, I could send Jacob to get the materials, but I got to bend to look down to see what I'm doing. And I tried to make coffee this morning, and I couldn't even, I poured like a blind person. I had my finger in the cup, so I could tell when the coffee was getting close, because I couldn't see. I mean, I got the cup on the sideboard, and I'm pouring the coffee, but I can't tell if it's hitting the cup or. At first it weren't. It was going right down the back side and on the sideboard, but. I was up like a little after 5. Jacob don't get up till after 7, so I needed my coffee. But I managed. I made a little bit of a mess, but then when he got up, he refilled it for me. So I can't. He's got to take care of everything. Got to wait on me, earning his keep. Gotta wait on me hand and foot. I can't bend down and feed the cats. They were having a fit this morning, because when I get up and start the coffee pots, when I feed them, And they were all around my feet, meowing at me because the dish was empty, but I couldn't bend down into the cat food bin, scoop their food, and then come over and bend down to their dish because it's way down and put food in there, you know. So they had to wait. They were stressed out, but they got over it. So it's gonna be long. He said it's gonna be a couple of months for this to heal. He said it. I said couple. I thought he said week, couple of weeks. I said couple of weeks. He goes, no, 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 months. You know, he said 2 to 4. I said 2 to 4 months. He said, yeah. So that's going to be bad. But I suppose once the stitches start to heal and the skin grafts start to heal, I'll be able to do a little bit, but uh, nothing for 4 to 6 weeks at least. And then he said it was going to be 2 to 4 months for itches right here, 2 to 4 months for it to be completely healed. So I'll try to do something. I mean, I hit that 400. Well, actually 402. Thank you, everybody that's new subscribers. I was just sitting on that 397 for so long. So I finally hit that 400. Tickled me pink. Um, I never tried to make this channel. I thought if I hit 50, I was going to be like through the roof. And I hit 50 and I was through the roof. I celebrating everything. But I'm up to 402. So next goal is 500. But I just do it for fun. It's not like I'm trying to make any money or get all these thousands of subscribers so I could get ads put in here and make money off ads and shit like that. Because honestly, I have I think it's YouTube Premium where you don't get any ads. I pay $15 a month and I can watch YouTube all day with no ads. I feel bad because I know it's how people make their money that I watch. But every 30 seconds of ads or sponsorships, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. It bores me. So I'm not out to do that by no means. Just having a good time with myself. But anyways, I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on, and Melissa, sorry, forgot your name for a minute. I know I promised to mail that altered pill bottle out to you Monday, but they came to fix the electricity in my kitchen. They weren't supposed to come till Saturday, but they showed up Monday, so I was like, heck yeah. I've been without electricity in that kitchen for 2 weeks. And if you cook, you know what I'm talking about. It's impossible if you can't have your appliances. So I had to take them from the kitchen, haul them over here to the other side of the dining room where there's outlets and my coffee bar was, and put it on there and plug it in and haul it back over there. Real pain. So that when they showed up to fix it, it was my son and his boss. He said, let's go fix your mother's electricity, take the day off. But he gets paid because he just put some down as he was doing maintenance or something. So he didn't lose a day's pay. But they come over to my grandson. And they still couldn't get it. They put in a whole new ground wire off of a circuit that wasn't, used to be, we had a little hot water, and this is an old trailer. It was one of those little hot waters on the sink. And they put a big one out the shed, laundry room shed. But for some reason that was still live, and they had capped it, and it was hot wires, so they put electrical wire to that and came right up through the back on the sideboard and did those 4 outlets there. And rewired them, and then went to plug in a lamp, and nothing. They had hot all the way up through. All the way up the lamp cord was hot, but as soon as they plugged it in, no power. So they were stumped. So they ended up going into my laundry room, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outlets out there. And there's 2 that drawn. other wall that's not being. I got my washer dryer, hot water heater. There's nothing on the other wall. There used to be an upright freezer there, but plugged into one of them, but it died, so I got rid of it. So that they went from that outlet, which we knew worked, and run wire and run it through um, the shed, which is about 2 feet from my trailer. And they took a piece of PVC pipe and ran it through that, and then buried it in the ground, and then come up through bottom of the trailer and up the back of the cupboard. And now I have electricity. Yay. There's one over by the stove that they couldn't get working, but I don't care. I don't need that one. The one on the other side of the stove where the microwave is works. So I was happy to get all those outlets back. So anyways, rambling. I was going to send you a bottle on Monday, but they showed up, and they were here all day because they couldn't figure it out. Because my grandson tried, my son tried, and so he got his boss, because he does electrical around his apartments that he rents out. And they all three tried, and they, it took them all day to figure it out. So I didn't get to the post office, and then Tuesday I went and had this done. So yesterday I got your pill bottle mailed. So it's just going to be a couple days late, but it's on its way. I apologize. I really do. I sent you an email tell you, but I do apologize. Things happen. Wasn't like, something expensive that you paid for or anything, so it's just going to be a couple days late. I hope you like it. What else? I guess that's about it. My face is killing me right now. It's really, really throbbing. It's like he went, you know how you take a circle and you sew around it real loose, and then you pull the threads, tighten it up, make a puff? Well, that's what it feels like. He just sewed all the way around it, and it just went, it's pulling everywhere, all the way around. It's just pulling, and it's throbbing, and it's sore. I'm not supposed to be touching it, but I keep touching it. So I'm gonna go get off here and rest my eyes, because it's the only eye I got working, and it's hurting because I've watched YouTube all morning. So I'm just gonna close it for a while, let it rest. Okay, so I'll be popping in and out. I just don't know how much. Don't give up on me. I did this to you before and I came back. Now here we go again. I'm gonna do what I can with one eye. Alright, thank you all sticking by me. Thank you to my new subscribers that got me to the 400 mark and a little bit over. And y'all take care. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Don't forget, like, share the videos, share out my videos, and subscribe if you haven't. Alright, bye bye.